Hello and welcome to another Tribal Council video for Survivor Hamilton Old Meets New. We are basically in our last week of the game. Sunday was one of our last immunity challenges and today is one of our last Tribal Councils. As you can see, there are only 4 players left. And in the all-important Surprise Sunday immunity challenge, April came out victorious. This is a super important tribal council. The reason is that at this point in the game, as they do in the TV show, whoever wins this immunity challenge gets the choice to bring one of the other 3 players to the final 3 and to leave the other 2 players to compete in a head-to-head challenge to earn the other spot. In the show, they make fire head-to-head, and we'll get, in a little while, we'll get to what the 2 players will be doing today to earn that spot. But so first things first, April, talk a little bit about the challenge and, you know, why it was so quick, and did you feel like you had the victory once you send your answer in?
What happened? I don't even remember what time of day it came in, but yeah, like it went really quick for me. And I guess I got kind of lucky because part of my strategy for the game was to not talk to Mike a whole lot. And I was just really quickly able to go through my WhatsApp and count my votes and write everything down, get the number really fast. Graham and I didn't do anything together on that one. We would actually like turn back to back. And I'd put my phone down after I sent in my vote, and I turned around and he was just finishing up and sent it in, and he had like this huge look of disappointment on his face when he saw me for him. But he's like, "Did you get the right answer?" And I didn't think I had it right away because it went so quickly that, you know, you always kind of second guess yourself. I was a little bit worried about the vote for Chris, because when I sent my vote to you, I sent in Christopher, yeah. And on the website it's Chris, but I used the website name, which was correct, luckily. But I was kind of like questioning that, but just with the amount of time we had, and I know John's like usually pretty quick on challenges, I just wanted to get my answer in, so I didn't ask you until after I sent it in. But I figured, you know, usually go with what's on the website and you should be good to go.
Did you think that you were first? Like, did you feel like it was really fast?
Initially, I was like, yeah, I think I might have won that. But then when I looked at the timestamp on the email, I was like, oh, it was still like 3 minutes for me to finish it. So, you know, I thought there was a possibility that I could have been edged out by somebody else. And Graham was not really quick after me too, right? So, you know, you never know.
So Graham, you know, your answer was actually wrong by 1.
Yeah.
I didn't bring that up in the post. You were the only one who got it wrong, and clearly you were a little bit after April. So, you know, just to ask you, so there was a while there where I mentioned that you were answering immediately before April, like a bunch of challenges in a row, and then I brought it up, made a big deal about it, and then every single one after that, you've been after April. Was there a little bit of a conscious decision there, or has it really just been the way that it's gone on?
Well, the challenges since we spoke about it last haven't really been conducive for working together. So I think that's it. And yesterday I worked as fast as I could and I wrote out everything, but in WhatsApp, when I voted for German, I typed out German. And so I wrote out German and then I counted the 6 letters, but it's first name, so it should have been Peter. And as soon as I sent it in, I'm like, shit, that's not his first name.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, there probably would have been a conscious decision to the speed of my response had it been a challenge where we could work together. But because we haven't had to deal with that since, I don't think it was. And really, for the rest of the game, I'm probably just going to go as fast as I can, provided I don't get eliminated today.
Well, there's only one more immunity challenge after this, so we'll see what happens there, buddy. John, when you saw that challenge and you got your answer in, you know, knowing how important this challenge was, did you feel like you had a shot at it, or what did you think?
I didn't think so, unless somebody got it wrong. I counted a few times, And like April, I was like, I know your dad's name is James, and then it's Jim, and then you're like, crap, which one is it? And then I had to check, and then I didn't remember the first 5 votes at all. I was like, okay, I remember Ross, I remember Jim, and then it just went like total blank. And then I had to like go back, and I was like, oh, we voted Wayne, and then we voted Damien twice. I was like, I just totally forgot. Like the last 5, I didn't go and like go through my like. I just sort of remembered just because 2 were Brian, right? 2 were Graham, I think, and 1 was Kyle, right? So I put that all together. So I was just like, hopefully somebody made a mistake, but I wasn't like banking on it. Like I counted my thing like 2 or 3 times this time. If I'm rushing in, I'll throw it in. Like first number I get, that it is what it is. And then I even talked to April, and she was 3 minutes ahead, so I wasn't even close. So I was like, you know what? It wasn't like, I had a feeling it wasn't going to be good enough.
Right, and I thought I was so genius with this challenge, and then I saw how quickly April and Graham answered specifically, and I was like, oh yeah, they just use WhatsApp. It was way easier than checking the website and stuff like that. Jordan, you took the longest to finish. I assume did you feel like all the messages that you and I sent back and forth in WhatsApp kind of got in the way?
Yeah, it didn't help at all. It was the worst, especially the last 2 days. Like we probably talked more on Sunday, I guess it was Sunday, than we ever did like the whole game. So it was like I was loading, my WhatsApp was loading while I was trying to get to the top of my conversation with you. But last 5 votes were easy for me because I voted Brian 3 times. So I didn't have to think too hard about those last 5 votes. It was the first 5 that just killed me. And then I think everybody had the same issue, which was I had to check for John House. So I was like, shit, is it John on the website or is it Jonathan? And then I had to go back to the website and I did the same thing. So that cost me a little bit of time. And when I sent it to you, I was like, yeah, not a chance. My only luck is if both Graham and April get it wrong.
All right, fair enough. Thanks, man. John, knowing how the game has gone and how close April and Graham have worked together for the past number of weeks, did you feel like you or Jordan had to win to make it anything other than Graham choosing April or April choosing Graham? I
assume that just coming into the final, right? Even before Jordan won the Idol, I was like, I wasn't going to expect anybody to bring me to the final. So like, I just know the math isn't very good to bring me to the final. So I knew like, you just got to win out. I wasn't banking on anybody trying to bring me to the final kind of thing.
Can you talk a little bit about your thought process around voting Brian out instead of taking out either Graham or April?
I think the biggest reason was his challenge record. Not to say April and Graham are any slouches, right? Because they've won immunities, they've won idols, right? They're not like people that can't win. It's just Brian's track record is a lot better than a lot of us, right? He's won, 3 idols or 2 idols, right? From what I heard when he was on Kubara, him, Kyle, and Elliot and Chelsea were sort of leading the way. And when you look back at the game, they seem to be the ones with all the advantages, right? So I think just because it's challenge-based, that was probably, I'd say, one of the higher reasons I decided to vote for Brian.
Thanks. Jordan, did Brian's supposed relationships on the jury or strength potentially in getting jury votes factor in at all, or was it similar to what John said?
Yeah, I think, knowing that, one, he had brought Silas back to the jury, put a target on his back anyway, like it happened the day before. So, you're not going to get that vote, even if he's giving away people's votes in his, his deals that he's trying to make with me and John before we voted him out. I'll give you this vote or that vote or whatever in the jury. But, I think that came as a little bit of a part of it. I thought we had a better chance of, maybe getting a juror's vote that would have been a little bit closer to Brian, but we still had a relationship with, or if I just speak for myself personally, somebody that I had, been chatting with throughout the game, but was, maybe working with Brian at the beginning. If Brian wasn't there, then maybe I'd be able to have an opportunity to get their vote. So it definitely came into play as well.
Right. Thanks, man. Graham, so when you saw that April won this all-important immunity necklace, did you even have to talk to April about, hey, make sure you take me along, or was it assumed, or you just trust April to make the best decision for her?
That's a good question. I think in a lot of ways it was assumed that she would bring me. I mean, we talked about it, like, what if one of us wins? Are we going to bring the other person? And if we make the final 3, what does that look like? Final 2, what does that look like? So I felt pretty good, but there's always a chance that in her mind, I'm a bigger threat to her than some of the other contestants, and John and Jordan perhaps. And maybe that means it's worth screwing up things at home for a while to eliminate me.
April, did you kind of think about your options, and did you see any positives or benefits of taking Jordan or John instead of Graham?
Yeah, there's pros and cons to every situation. I think it just depends how far you get on the road. But what I have to think about, I think, is the next challenge. And the other thing was, nobody talked to me. Nobody asked me or tried to, like, it's been radio silent pretty much since I won. I mean, there's a few congratulations, but it's just been assumed that I'm going to take Graham.
Which I hope she does.
Do you think that was a missed opportunity from John and Jordan to make a case?
100% missed opportunity.
What do you mean?
Well, one thing you haven't seen the post yet. One thing I was writing about in the post is who you take with you. You sort of like take away a game move of theirs, right? Like you say, well, you were like, if you take Graham as an example, like, he's been gifted a spot in the final 3, right? Whereas whoever of John and Jordan makes it in has kind of got another line on their resume and kind of earned their way in. Mm-hmm. So, in the show, sometimes someone has taken in actually a strong player, just really just to take away that win for them, and also, make that, and then be able to sell that that's a strategic decision. But it sounds like, we're going to reveal what you chose in a little while, but it sounds like it would have really helped John or Jordan to make their case a little bit.
Yeah, and even Graham, I mean, we talked about it a little bit, but I think more so before the challenge, but even after, I had a conversation. I'm like, if I don't pick you, how mad are you going to be at me? Like, how long am I going to be sleeping on the couch kind of conversation. But from my perspective, just because Graham and I are married, everybody doesn't have to stop playing the game at this point. Like, it's still a game, and you can still, try to win your way into the final 3. And I think I would, for sure.
Was there a thought at all that even if you vote Graham out, he still may help you in the challenge anyway? You might get his help without actually having to compete with him?
Yeah, we talked about that too, right? If one of us, we talked about it before the challenge, that if one of us got through and the other one didn't, we would actually help each other with the on-the-spot challenge. So.
Depending on what it is.
Right. So thanks, man. So, and April and Graham. So, John, you've watched the show, obviously, what like a fire making challenge entails. Have you been trying to think or predict at all what the final, the head-to-head challenge is going to be, or are you just going to wait and see?
I have an idea. I don't want to say it, but I have an
already
idea.
Set in stone.
Oh, if it is, I think it's going to be, I think it might be a picture, because if it's live, but I don't know. That was my guess today off the top of my head. I didn't want to say anything, obviously, just because in case I have to play that person. But I think if it is, that would be my best, because it's on the spot. So, or you could just give us something. Because I was thinking, like, okay, you're not going to make it too long because you don't want this long video. You could, but I would think you would think it's something. But that was my guess today.
So do you have a bunch of random items all around your desk?
I don't. It's funny because I looked at that list you sent for the Idol the other day, and I didn't have some of those just because we're trying to move, or we're thinking about moving. So literally every picture frame was gone in my house. So I looked and I was like, Oh, I'm the last one anyways. Like it was 8:30. Brian was like, there was like, I thought he was talking about sports. And then I looked at my email and I was like, oh crap.
Right.
And I looked at the list. I was like, I'm not even going to try. Nobody screwed this up anyways. But I was like, there's a picture. I didn't even have it. I was like, okay, somebody hopefully won it.
Thanks, John. Jordan, have you pumped yourself up at all for a potential live challenge on this video?
I'm pretty pumped in general when, you know, when we're on these calls. I may not show it, but you know, I'm just kind of ready for whatever happens. I think this has been, you know, a pretty awesome game. Regardless of all the different dramas and all the different pieces, the challenges have been fun. They've been unique. They've been, you know, random, especially with timing and stuff for the last one for me. So I'm just kind of ready for whatever. And, you know, I'm excited that I'm competing against John, and hopefully I beat him. But if not, you know, he's a good man, and it'll be a good final three.
How much, if at all, do you think about finishing third place last game? And is there an extra push to want to get to the finals, or you just want to win the game anyway, so it doesn't matter?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't think about it at all. I think, you know, in the wise words of Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first, you're last. So fourth place, third place, second place. If you don't win, you might as well have been voted out first.
Wow, that's a great point to end, I think, our discussion on. And so I want to throw it to April, and April can just tell us. I don't know what her decision is either. So April can just tell us now who she's picking to go with her to the final three.
Chris Pittman.
He wishes.
He's literally the only person who asked me to pick him with. No, I decided to take Graham.
Okay. Good. Well, congratulations. You earned that right to make that decision. Graham, congrats on making the final three. So what we're going to do right now is so John and Jordan are going to do a challenge, but I'm kicking out the jury. So you guys, I'm sorry, I know you probably don't want that, but you guys don't get to be involved.
James.
You can read the post later. Meg, you can stick around. So I'm just going to I'm just going to manually kick y'all out right now. Peace. Peace. Okay. So John and Jordan, what I need from you guys is I need you to grab a piece of paper, if you have it, and a pen or a Sharpie or something. So what I'm going to want from you is you're going to, on one side, you're going to write true. On the other side, you're going to write false. And you can keep yourselves unmuted for this whole thing so that we can flash, because our videos only show one face at a time, and so I want to be able to have you both flashing on the camera. So if I can trust you guys, we're going to go through a bunch of trivia questions. And the goal will be not to have you looking on the website to look anything up or looking at any spreadsheets or anything that you have. Just try with your memory to recall or guess, if you need to, what the answer is. James tried to get back in. And at the bottom here, it says James Lee wasn't allowed to join this meeting, and I like that very much. So Jordan, do you want to unmute?
Yeah.
Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you a question. You guys are going to have about 5 to 10 seconds to think per question. And then I'm going to go like rock, paper, scissors, like 1, 2, 3, and you guys are going to put up true or false and say true or false. And I'll tell you who's right and who's wrong. If you guys answer the same, you guys will both be right or wrong. And it's going to be first to 7 points.
You want 2 papers or you want 1 paper?
It doesn't matter, either or, but you're just going to show true or false to the camera. And so if you're still tied after I run out of my main questions, I have a tiebreaker question as well. So I have 12 questions, 13 with the tiebreaker, but we'll just do first to 7. And then if you guys, if we run out, like I said, we'll do the tiebreaker, okay? You guys need a water break or anything like that?
No, this is good, Mike. I'm happy I don't got to run around my house, man.
Same.
I was like, it's not random. At least it's like, okay, let's see if you're, it's not random.
And Graham and April, please don't. I know you'll want to try to answer yourselves, but try not to mouth anything or have any sort of visual cues.
No tells.
No tells. Okay, so you guys are ready?
Yeah.
So the winner of this challenge earns a spot with Graham and April in the final three. True, yes, that's exactly right. Okay, so first question. True or false? The player with the most total votes cast against them is Peter. So you have just a moment. So get your answers ready. And then I don't know how to like just force you guys to answer, kind of have you guys do a little bit of a nod when you're ready with your guess, but try to keep it as quickly as possible.
I'm ready.
Okay. Okay. So 3, 2, 1. Reveal. John, higher.
My bad.
True. Okay. Yeah. So the answer is true, and you're both right. So I'm just going to keep track here. John 1, Jordan 1. All right. Great job. Second question. Mariska is the only player no longer in the game that wasn't actually voted out. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, reveal.
Sorry.
So the answer is actually true.
What about Elliot?
What about Elliot?
He was voted out.
He quit.
He quit.
He was voted out for. Okay, that's fair. But either way, you
Okay.
guys are both wrong.
Right,
So it doesn't matter.
right.
But
Good.
he was voted out the first time, and then he quit. But
Oh.
also you're right.
Okay.
I didn't think about that. But still, he was voted out. So okay.
Damn
So
it.
we're still tied 1-1. Third question. Amanda was voted out before Sasha.
I'm ready.
So okay. So 3, 2, 1, reveal. The answer is false. Amanda was voted out immediately after Sasha. So Jordan got that right. So John still has 1. Jordan has 2. Fourth question. Ruth played exactly 1 hidden immunity idol on herself over the course of the game. So it's not how many did she play altogether, but she played exactly 1 on herself.
I'm ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, reveal. The answer is false.
Fuck.
So Jordan got it wrong. John got it right. Ruth only played 1 idol, and it was on John. She had another idol, but she went home with it. Okay. Fifth question. We're tied 2-2. Jonathan was voted out in the first vote after the tribe swap. True or false? You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, reveal. False is correct. You're both right. Shareed was voted out immediately after the tribe swap. 3-3. Okay, sixth question. Jordan is the only player with exactly 1 total vote cast against him. And that could be players in or out of the game, but he's the only player that has only 1 vote cast against him. Ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, reveal. The answer is true. You're both right. You both have 4. So just for your information, Mariska had 0 votes against her. Ian had the next fewest with 3. All right. 7th question. We're tied 4-4. Not including revotes, Ross and Brian are the only players to be voted out unanimously, meaning that every vote cast against them, every cast vote was against them but their own. So I'll repeat that again because I butchered it. Not including revotes, Ross and Brian are the only players to be voted out unanimously, meaning every cast vote at that tribal was against them except their own. You ready? All right. 3, 2, 1, reveal. False is correct. You're both right. Andre, Jonathan, and Amanda were voted out in the same circumstances. So, John 5, Jordan 5. We're getting close to 7 here. All right. 8th question. Navala won the fewest tribal immunity challenges between the tribe swap and the merge. So in the time between the tribe swap and the merge, Navala won the fewest tribal immunity challenges.
Well, is it win or come in second? Like, I just want to clarify the question.
Yeah, so didn't lose.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, that's a very good caveat. So I'll say it again. Navala, won or came second in the fewest tribal immunity challenges between the tribe swap and the merge between Kobara, Navala, and Ulo.
Can you repeat it again? Sorry.
In the time between the tribe swap and the merge, Navala won or came second the fewest times. I know, Jordan.
Hold on a sec.
You understand the question?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I understand what you're exactly saying. That's why it's just taking. It's not that I won.
So another way to think about it would be that Navala voted out the most people in between.
Okay.
In between the tribe swap and the merge.
I just want to.
Okay.
That's why I'm trying to.
Yeah. All right. So you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Reveal. Yeah, you're both right. So correct. Navala won 5 and Kobara only won 4 because those jerks are throwing challenges. Okay. So you both have 6.
Oh shit.
So from now on, it's
do or die.
It's do or die. Paul's trying to join. Sorry, buddy. 1 second. Okay. Do you ever put your mouse in the bottom corner of your screen and then the screen turns off and you think you turned your whole computer off? Anyway. Okay. So we're tied 6-6. We're do or die. This is the 9th question. Ruth was voted to the jury in the first tribal council after Graham rejoined the game from Exile Island. You guys ready? So Ruth was voted to the jury in the first tribal council after Graham rejoined the game from Exile Island, replacing Elliot.
I'm ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Reveal. So John says true. Jordan says false. The answer is true. John, congratulations. You've earned your spot in the final 3. Jordan, buddy.
Good job, buddy.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, bro.
I could have picked 8 or 9 as the target, but we picked 7, so that's all it took. So John, congrats. You got your hands full with Graham and April, but you got your next challenge tomorrow. Jordan, appreciate you going through this and doing this live challenge. I know it wasn't easy. Hopefully it was fun though.
Yeah.
I know. Okay. So Graham and April, John, enjoy the night off, but your next challenge is tomorrow between 5 and 9. And Jordan will stick around for our video with Meg.
Yeah. Good luck, guys.
Bye, guys.
Yeah,
Enjoy the game, guys.
See you, Jordan.